A warm welcome to Anuradha Vedic Astrology. Today we are going to look into a Prashna. Prashnas are always exciting, they are very pinpointing, but the fact is that the Prashna needs to be done with a lot of care because the Prashna covers a lot of angles, as we will see in the upcoming Prashna. Prashna gives us answers to things that we may find difficult to find out in the natal chart. Now, supposing somebody comes up with a question, will I get through an entrance exam or not? How do we understand this Prashna? First and foremost, when we are doing a Prashna, we have to be very careful that the Prashna has to be exact. We have to be very careful that the Prashna has not been repeated in a time period of 6 months. So, when we are talking of this Prashna here, the parents, the mother in general, in specific, came up to me and asked me about a child's getting admission in a good institute for his higher education. That is, he was going for his MBA and she wanted to know if he would get through one of the high institutes. At the first glance of the Prashna chart, which comes from the Cancer Lagna and Ashlesh Nakshatra. Why do I say Ashlesh Nakshatra? Because they have to undergo a lot of turmoil in life. We also can see that the Lagnesh, that is the moon, has gone in the 8th house with Saturn. Saturn in 8th house does with moon, classic example of depression. So, in the first instance, I could be taken back that the child could suffer a lot in terms of depression, could be undergoing a lot of problems. But what is the bright side in this chart? Look, the 9th lord, which is said to be the lord of higher education, and that too Jupiter, is aspecting the Lagna from the 9th house. This is a good case of a very lucky question, a lucky chart, because the Lagna has the blessings of the 9th lord and that too Jupiter from the 9th house. So, the child could be very lucky in terms of getting through a good, well-known, reputed institute. What more? We have to see the 10th lord. When a child is doing his or her MBA, they would definitely want to have some gain from it. The 10th house harbors Rahu, which means there can be very sudden gains because Rahu in the 10th house is supposed to be the strongest. And we have the 10th lord moving into the 11th house. The 9th, 10th and the 11th all being occupied, it's a very good sign, and we can, on seeing this combination, say that yes, the child will get through the MBA or his competitive exam. But a better analysis would be when we take up the D24 also, because it will pinpoint things and say right to the completion whether this is a given or not. Well, we did that, we took the D24 also, and it was again a very clear answer here, because Jupiter placed in the 5th house in Pisces. Yes, the D24 Lagna, as we see, is that of Scorpio, and when Jupiter is placed in Pisces, it aspects the 9th house of higher education again from the 5th house and also the Lagna. What more, there is a Raj Yoga here, because Sun, the lord of the 10th house, is placed with Jupiter in the 5th house. The 10th and the 5th lord give an excellent Raj Yoga, and when this supports the Lagna, the 9th house, we can very well say that yes, the person will get through his higher education or will cross the competitive exams and will get an admission in one of the reputed colleges. It did happen like that, but it happened after a lot of turmoil. The person got this result after a long wait, and that made him very depressed. There were a lot of problems that the child was facing, and that is the reason why the mother had asked me. We would be able to see that from Saturn and Moon's placement. So, it's important to see Jupiter when it comes to questions of education, and higher education, the 9th house is definitely involved. When we talk about the education which is class 11, 12, then in those cases we do see the 6th house and the 2nd house also. Do write into us, let us know how you found this video. Until we meet with you again,
Please hit the bell icon for fresh updates. Don't forget to like, share and comment on the videos, and please subscribe to our channel.